Yo, I'm Benny Domino.
I'm Jessica Rose,
And
and this is Curious,
Wait, are you saying and this is, or are you just going to
and
say?
this is. I'm Benny Domino, I'm Jessica Rose, and this is Curious Human.
Yeah. Okay. You are curious.
I sure am.
Very curious.
Very curious.
I'm Benny Domino.
I'm Jessica Rose,
and this is Curious
Humans.
So what's going on? Happy V-Day. Happy
Hi,
V-Day.
happy Valentine's
Do you
Day.
love Valentine's Day?
I love Valentine's
First of all,
Day.
how gorgeous, right?
No!
Look at the earrings. I love it.
I have glitter on, but you can't tell.
I can see it.
You can see it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I feel like Valentine's Day is one of those days where people who don't have a Valentine get like almost like depressed.
Really? I guess in a way, because they're just surrounded by all this
Because
gooey stuff.
it's almost like you're reminded every step of the way that you don't have a Valentine.
Yeah.
And you know what reminds me of is is it Bridesmaids, when she's in the beginning where she's like at the engagement party and everybody keeps coming up to her and saying, "Hi, is this your husband?"
You don't have a husband.
You don't have a
This is my
and
husband.
she's like, "This is my husband. You don't have a husband."
Right.
It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And everybody's like talking to her like, "Oh, where are my manners?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
I know.
I
feel like that's what people. What should we call those people? Like Valentine lists? Is that?
I would call them independent.
I would call them. Well, I don't call them. Well, nobody calls them. That's why they don't have a Valentine. But I heard it say your mama.
Oh, you want to talk about mother? Oh, it's mother time. I don't have a mother joke. I was gonna try.
I wish I had powder. It's ridiculous. Are you in Vegas? Do you like Vegas?
I liked Vegas when I was young. I now would more like it for shows. I mean, yeah, I'll be 32 this year, but I think I would not enjoy it to party. Yeah, like who's not going to have a drink or two, right? But I would enjoy going for like the shows or museums or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Museums?
Maybe.
In Vegas?
I think there's stuff there. I'm pretty sure.
Like on the strip?
Yeah, like body museums, like where you can go in and see like stuff.
Bodies?
Like science stuff.
Oh, you mean like where they like strip the skin and
maybe
you can see like the veins?
I walked by something once when I was there, but
I didn't know that.
Maybe it was California.
Vegas is cool, but Vegas is kind of like
overrated.
I'm not a gambler. You know what I mean? I like my money to remain my money, and so for me, the gambling is just kind of like it's not my thing.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
I happen to enjoy gambling once or twice a year, but not a lot. I'll take like $20 and I might walk away with 50 or something. Nothing drastic.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? We need to shout out. We have a shout out. So where's my drink?
Oh, I know exactly where it is.
Wait, I'm gonna get my drink. I'll be right back. Movie magic. Oh, they wrote Happy Valentine's Day on it. Shut up. I didn't know that. Shout out to...
It's Good Vibes, 93rd and Thomas.
Shout out to Good Vibes, 93rd and Thomas. Yeah. We're based in Phoenix. So 93rd and Thomas, Good Vibes Nutrition. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they wrote Happy Valentine's Day on my cup. And
he's got a cherry limeade.
Yeah, mine is cherry limeade. It's tea. I believe it's tea. And you got...
tea. A peanut butter crumble protein shake. It was my meal today. And it was really good. He did such a good job. And it was like everything I was craving. So I appreciate you.
I'm going to have to go in there and check them out. Say what's up.
They're all so, like, literally good vibes. Like, you walk in there, it's great.
Shout out Good Vibes.
100. Thank you.
Thank you.
How do I bring this up? First of all, I just want to say I love Beyoncé. I support her. I think she's a wonderful woman.
Tread lightly.
I went to her concert. I paid for her, okay? I love Beyoncé. I love all her music. But she's doing country now. Did you hear?
She dropped 2 country songs. I almost said albums. She dropped 2 country songs. The night of the Super Bowl.
And she's going to have
an album. One of them is called Texas Hold'em, and the other one is 16 Carriages. what you thought was 16 cardigans.
I just read it so fast. I saw cardigans, not carriages.
I like the cardigan song.
No, I said I don't care for the
don't like the cardigan song. You like the wait. It's not even cardigan. You don't like the carriages song. You like the Texas Hold'em.
I like the Texas Hold'em song, but it's not giving me country. I'm a cowgirl. I was raised on country.
What? It is literally they're country songs. So how do they not give you country?
It sounds like I should be dancing.
Are you
at a club?
Is it because it's Beyonce, or is it because it's?
It's because it doesn't sound country. It's not Beyonce. I love Beyonce. It's not her at all. I just think.
But when you say it doesn't sound country, like walk me through that, because to me it sounds very country. It sounds like it has. I mean, she uses instruments
like a banjo, yeah, but
that are traditionally used in country.
Maybe the
songs.
music has a little country twang to it.
Is it her voice doesn't sound country?
I just don't think. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a country song to me.
Do you have an objection to Beyonce doing country music?
Maybe it is. I'm so used to her being in hip hop and R&B, and all that. I don't know.
So here's what's interesting. So Taylor Swift, another huge artist,
yeah,
started in country. And I know how you feel about Taylor Swift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
she started in country.
I don't like all her music either.
No, but I mean, nobody likes all of anything, right? But she started in country, and then she not transferred. She, I don't know, switched to pop. Transitioned. That's the word I'm looking for. To pop music, and she's been very successful. Obviously, I mean, it's Taylor Swift, and it worked out for her. She's won Grammys on pop songs. She has a lot of songs that I actually like. And so, lyrically, why then do we feel, and by we I mean you, why then do we feel that Beyonce cannot make that same transition? Is it because you hold Beyonce in a different regard as far as her artistry is concerned? Like in terms of like is she at a...
She's Queen Bee. Okay, I love Beyonce, first of all, because I don't want that to be mistaken. I just don't think country is her thing. It wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. I was like,
that's okay if it's not for you. You don't. I mean, listen, I'm not. I under no circumstances do I subscribe to like stan culture, right? So I don't give you.
Well, and she just sounds. I don't know. Like I just don't think it's. I don't think it's her sound. That's all. Sorry to cut you off.
Right.
I just don't think it's her sound.
It is her sound, though.
No, I love her.
Everything is Beyonce's sound, though. Like when she sings, like if Beyonce's opening her mouth, it's her sound. That's how I feel. And that might sound like stan culture, but it's not. And let me tell you why. You know, like how people get into like the Beehive and like Nicki Minaj's barbs and things. Like, I don't consider myself like a fan to that degree that like this person can do no wrong and I like worship them. I'm just how I feel about humans in general. I just don't worship human beings. But I do think that she receives a lot of flack. This is not from you.
No, yeah.
Because I know how you feel about Beyonce. Like we bonded over Beyonce when we first met.
Girl, I lost my voice at her concert.
So I'm not directing this at you, but I do think that she receives a lot of flack for just like existing outside of the realm of what she's created to be her sound up to this point. And so anytime she strays too far away from that, people go, "Oh, what is this?" And even within the realm of that, people are like, "Oh, she's overrated," or you know, this doesn't sound, like why. No matter what she puts out, you guys will just love anything that she puts out because it's her. Like her critics feel as though her fans or people like me, I am a fan of Beyonce, but like her, the Beehive fans is what I'm referring to. Her critics feel that that she doesn't, that the hype isn't deserved. And I disagree with that. And so I just want to know, like, are you coming from a perspective of somebody who just feels like she has to live in the bubble of where she started? Or do you just think that she's created such an amazing sound for herself that anytime she strays out of it, it's hard to, it's like if you saw a pigeon with boots on.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
That's what it is. Because it's not a bad thing.
But then you're like partying with the pigeon 3 days later, and you're like, oh, I like this pigeon with the boots.
Yeah. See, I think she sounds amazing regardless of her music. It's not even that. It's just that it just doesn't feel right. It just feels like, whoa, what? It's like you put.
Did you like Renaissance?
Loved Renaissance, yeah.
So that was a stray from her.
Definitely, but I love EDM, and it gave me like a little bit of that vibe.
Do you like country music?
I love country music.
Really? I'm not a fan.
Yeah, see?
But I like,
because it's not true country.
I think it is. I think it is true country.
No,
yes,
I can't.
It's
you
true
know what?
country.
I get it because
it's true country. She's just not a country artist.
I think that's probably what it just doesn't feel like.
But the song is a country. It's a country song. It's a
like,
country song.
You can't put a square into a circle.
What if it's a really small
square dance? No.
What if it's a really small square and a really big circle?
Because there is a really big circle of country and a really small square of Beyonce.
I think country has been so coveted amongst its fans that people forget that country music, originated in the Deep South with people that look like me, right? And so, like, we've gotten so far away from, like, I don't listen to country music at all, but, like, that, blues, like, that whole, I don't know. I can't explain. I can't articulate what I actually mean. But anyway, we'll scrap that.
But I do love her. You know what? I have to be fair. There are some country artists that do things like that. I really just like. I like Florida Georgia Line. You probably don't know who they are.
I know who they are.
I don't even know. But there's like songs by them that I feel like are just way too poppy. Like, stop. Like, I like real original country.
I dug my keys into the sound and pretty little pickup 4-wheel drive. Who sings that? Is that Carrie Underwood? Yeah. She was on American Idol, right? Didn't she win or something?
I don't think so. I think that was...
Are we allowed to sing that, by the way?
I think so.
Okay.
You technically changed the words, so it's yours.
I changed the words?
Mm-hmm.
I dug my keys into the side of his pretty little
pickup four-wheel drive.
Souped up 4-wheel drive. So I said pretty little instead of souped up.
Pickup 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So you said it different. So technically they can't say anything to you.
Whatever. I knew it.
And there was no music. So it's not... I grew up on a certain type of country. You know what I mean? And so there's even country artists who change their sound that I'm like, stop. Like, just stick to what you knew.
Who was the guy that started as the one guy, but then he changed his haircut and he started going by another guy, and then he got super, like, people were like, it was like a thing. Remember in the 90s?
The Jenner guy?
Who? No. He was a janitor?
No. The Kardashians' dad? Or what's his name?
Caitlyn Jenner?
Is that who you're talking about?
Is not who I'm talking about. No,
what?
No.
Sorry.
The country artist. It was a man. I want to say it's not Keith Urban. He's a huge country artist.
Changed his hair?
He was like the biggest country. Was it Toby Keith? No. And he came out with like this black haircut. Let's Google it. I know who I'm talking about. I want to say it's Toby Keith, but that doesn't sound right. Okay, I'm gonna type.
I wish I knew.
Country artist. Country Thunder comes up.
It's coming up. Who's going to Country Thunder?
Country artist.
I'm not.
Why not?
First of all, isn't that
where? Aren't those like strippers? Tim McGraw, remember? Wait, no, it wasn't Tim McGraw. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look this up later, and then I'm gonna put it above my head, right? Because I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I like Tim.
Tim McGraw is amazing.
No, not Tim McGraw. The guy I'm talking about. Maybe it was Tim McGraw. Who's Pat McGraw?
Pat McGraw, I don't know. Did you make that up?
No. Did I?
Did you dream this? What if it was in another life? ¿Qué quieres, café?
No bueno.
¿Por qué?
I'm not. I love how you just busted out this Spanish out of nowhere as if you're really good at speaking it.
I'm great.
No, you are not.
I'm a professional now.
Stop it. Anyway, no, I do not enjoy
Says
coffee.
One word in Spanish.
¿Por qué? You said it like you were like speaking Spanish your whole life. ¿Por qué?
You have to fake it till you make it.
Yeah, definitely emphasis on the fake it part. No, I don't like coffee. I'm not a fan. I think it tastes. All coffee tastes bitter, and I know that. Like, duh. That's like you don't even need to say that. But even adding like sugar, creamers, and stuff like that, milk. Do people put milk? People put milk in coffee. Yeah, I'm just not a. It's not my thing.
I love coffee. I don't think I could. I don't. I
You live
don't.
without coffee?
No, I love coffee.
So it's an addiction.
It's an addiction. Yeah, and it's
definitely an
truly
addiction.
something I enjoy. Like
A lot of people are addicted to coffee. It's not like, I mean, that's
it's
not
the
like a strange.
caffeine,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
yeah, that's what I
easy,
mean. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And they can pump all their sugar in it and everything, and get
I wonder if this tea
freaking.
has caffeine in it.
There's some sort of energy boost in there, I'm sure.
Is that
Let us
what's
know,
going
please.
on
I
right
I,
now?
I didn't even read the menu.
You. What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean you didn't read the menu? How'd you order
I remembered your order.
it? Oh, okay.
We should do like a coffee episode sometime and like wear like little coffee outfits or dress like baristas.
I'm down. I'm not gonna drink it, but I'll make it with you. I'll try it.
I was gonna say you're gonna try it.
Well, no, I'm not gonna try
No,
it
you are,
because
because
you told me.
I'm going to make you some coffees.
Matt had me try coffee the other day, and it was not great. I think it was
Matt
like,
drinks it black too.
yeah, but he got it from like Spain or somewhere. I don't
No,
know.
he didn't.
He
What do
did,
you
and it was
mean?
he did. Where do they make coffee a lot?
Spain, Colombia.
Okay, that's where he got it from.
It was from.
They are not the same place. I recognize that, but like it was, and I couldn't remember Colombia, so I said Spain, which is not an excuse. But yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
and I don't. To be honest, I don't even think he got it from Colombia. I think it was just like printed on the bag.
Colombian coffee. It's Colombian coffee. Like that's what I buy from Costco there.
Colombians make the best things that you can get addicted to. Coke.
Coca-Cola?
Nope.
Oh.
Did you watch Griselda?
I didn't. I started it with Matthew actually.
That's where
I knocked out.
It's good.
Yeah, I tried, and
Sofia Vergara did a really good job.
Yeah, what I saw was very good, like really, really, really good.
How far did you get? Like,
I think we were like maybe no. I honestly was like, yeah, I'm watching. So, yeah. But like I could hear it. You know what I mean? Like I was in that weird middle like area where you're almost asleep, but you're not. I bit my lip.
Did you? How do you feel about lip plumpers?
I use.
Why'd you smile when I said that?
Because I use one.
You do?
Yeah, but I use.
No, I'm not talking about the thing that you. I'm talking about the injections.
Oh. To each his own. It's not a bad thing. I'm scared. I'm scared. I love. Listen, I would love.
Honestly, I don't like them.
No.
Mm-mm.
I think
because
that people
they don't
are
look
beautiful
natural
without it. Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't necessarily have to look natural. People have fake boobs that look good. People have fake butts, like whatever. I'm not. Listen, I'm not like someone who is against cosmetic surgery. Do whatever you want. But for some reason, the lips, I've never seen any that looked really good unless I have and I just don't know. And that means that they were really good because I wasn't able to tell. But everyone that I've seen that's gotten the injections, they just look like really small, like those like donuts, those little fat like donuts. That's what they look like. And they almost look like if you smile, your lips will split.
Really? I don't think I've seen enough. I have a friend who has some, and I didn't know until she told me.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as I see, I don't know. I feel like it's very.
I think it just depends too, like how much they get, where they go, like are you botched? This is all out of respect, by the way. It's not like to sound rude. I'm just. It's kind of like.
Are you botched? I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Well. Are you sure?
Move it. Let's just. I can't spell love. Okay, let's just move on.
Do you know how to make your lips swell without getting injections?
What? That is what everybody that I've ever seen. They can't see that. That is what everybody that I've ever seen who has the what do they call it? Injections?
Yeah.
That's exactly what they look like. Oh. Yes.
So, Benny, do you like cooking?
Do I like cooking? That's a loaded question. I cook. I cook well. I can cook. I cook well. I make. I like to cook when I want. When I feel like cooking. But in
Say cook one
general,
more time, please.
cook.
I love the way you said cook. Cookie.
Cook.
Cook.
That's a. I think that's a regional thing. So everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people comment on the way that I say like cook and cookie
Yeah, I
specifically.
love it.
And my brother talks like that. My mother. I mean, I don't know if that's a Pittsburgh thing or what, but like, yeah, I didn't even realize that I said it. To me it sounds normal, and then I say it in front of someone, and they're like, "Oh, you say cookie," but then like, what is the alter? Like, how else do you? How do you say it?
Cookie.
That's what I'm saying.
Cookie.
No, say it one more time. How you just say naturally? Just say
Do you want a cookie?
right. Do you want a cookie? Are we not saying the same thing? We're not.
It's like when my mom she says root beer, and I say root beer.
Yeah, I don't.
Some people say crick, down by the creek, and I say down by the creek.
Crick and creek. Yeah, but that's much more of a but that's more.
What's the same thing?
I don't think it's the same thing. That's a big difference. Crick creek, but you and I are both saying cookie.
You're saying
So
cookie.
cookie. It's the same thing.
People just can't say creek.
Well, they can't. That's like my mom. She says wash.
My grandma says wash.
Instead of wash. Wash the dishes.
Wash.
Yeah. And so I grew up saying wash, and then one of my cousins actually, shout out to Nikki, because she would always like get on my mom like, it's not. How do you wash? It's not. It's not a washing machine. It's a washing machine.
It can't be. That's just how you pronounce it, like wash. It's so cute. And I think cookie is cute. I like it.
Cookie. Anyway, yeah, I can cook. I don't necessarily like to cook, but Walt doesn't cook. So I have to when I want to eat.
What is your favorite thing to cook?
So my favorite thing to eat on planet Earth is chicken parmesan. Any way it is prepared, I like it so much that I don't even care if it's like, it can be like 5-star. It could be those little encore that you just throw in the what is it called, the oven, and just like bake.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I love it. Yeah, chicken parmesan. It's not my favorite thing to cook, but it's my favorite thing to eat. My favorite thing to cook would be mashed potatoes, meatloaf, and green peas. That's like my favorite thing. When I do cook it, I think it's because it's like it's like homey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's comforting too.
So it's not even necessarily like it's like that great of a dish, but it just reminds me of like, when my mom would make it. I love meatloaf anyway.
Yeah. I'm not a meatloaf fan. I'll eat it if it's smothered in ketchup. My mom would feed it to me as a kid, and I'm like, it like hurts my head.
But you eat burgers.
I know, but meatloaf tastes different. It doesn't taste like hamburger. It tastes like weird.
Well, because it's not. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's not like.
It's funky.
Well, hamburgers are not fried, but seared. Like what's the word? Pan seared.
Pan seared, grilled, whatever. Meatloaf is baked. I've baked burger bowls before, like little taco bowls, and they don't taste like that.
Wait,
meatloaf just has its own seasonings.
What's a burger bowl?
So I made taco bowls for my mom. Yeah, I just took a cupcake pan and I like put beef in there and made like.
And you just stuffed it.
And then I baked it, and then after they cooked, I stuffed hamburger ingredients on top of it, or taco ingredients, excuse me. And it was like little taco. I was trying to avoid the carbs. This was when I was kind of carnivore.
I think I'm gonna make that too. Oh no, I'm gonna stick.
It's cute,
tonight, but yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
I mean, you have to get creative. I tried this because like you want it. It almost turns into like a stub, unless you get it like thin. But I wanted more meat, so it was like
it's almost like
a platform with like
but
like the shape of a pancake bottom.
Pancake is flat.
Or pancake cupcake.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what? Silly goose. What's your favorite thing to cook? Is that it? A pancake?
No. My favorite thing to cook.
See how we both said cook?
Cook.
Cook.
Are we saying it the same? I feel like I'm not. My favorite thing to cook.
Cook.
Cook. My favorite thing to cook.
Do you like to cook?
I love cooking.
Do
I think
you?
I'm more of a baker. I love baking. I really enjoy it. I make these things. I call them breakfast roses. So I'll take I buy, I'm bougie. I buy like really, really, really clean ingredients for this just because it's like all I'll eat when I do it. So I'll get eggs and I'll put them together like a dozen or more, whatever. I try to do 1 egg per cupcake bowl, cupcake pan, and you take bacon, you kind of cook it, not all the way, but you just kind of get it a little cooked so that way it cooks all the way, if that makes sense. I'll crisp the sides a little bit. So I put the egg in the pancake thing and I add my seasonings, whatever, and then I like spin the bacon piece in there and it looks like a rose. I have pictures of them. And
What do you mean you spin the bacon piece in there?
like I wrap it like spiral, you know, like it looks like a rose.
How do you keep it from?
It just because it's a pancake thing. Or I keep saying pancake. Do I want pancakes? A cupcake
Right,
tray.
but how do you keep so when you're wrapping the bacon, is the egg cooked?
It's no. It's like
raw egg.
Whisked.
Okay, so then how does the bacon stay formed if the
because
egg
it doesn't have to stay tight. It's because I use long bacons. They're long, and you just wrap it into the hole. Honestly, you can even put the bacon in first, and it kind of creates like a little bit of grease, so you don't have to like spray the pan or anything. The less ingredients, the better. And then you just pour the egg in each thing, and then you bake it 375 for whatever 25 minutes, and then they come out like these beautiful little like egg rose.
And you call them, what do you call them?
Breakfast roses.
Breakfast roses. So it's just bacon and eggs.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to do like a farmer's market stand. I looked into it for a while. I just realized I don't really have time to do it. But it's Saturdays and Wednesdays.
Would you make the egg? Like, would you?
I would make it fresh. Yeah, I would have to get like a little oven, a little portable oven.
How long does it take to bake?
25 minutes.
25 minutes?
Well, think about it. If I'm baking like 3 or 4 pans, people are going to buy them in doubles or singles. I'll just keep them going. I would have someone helping me. It wouldn't just be me.
No. In my mind, I was like, oh, you're going to make them fresh for each customer. But what you mean is you'll prepare them at the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be so, I feel like it would be a big hit because people sell coffee over there at the farmers markets and all kinds of things.
What's the weirdest pet that you've ever owned?
Me?
Yeah. Or your family?
The weirdest pet we've owned, I'll say exotic. My cousin and my aunt had some sugar gliders. They had 3 of them.
Isn't that like the squirrel thing?
Yeah, and they like glide from the trees and they're super soft.
How did you keep them in the house?
They had a huge cage, like a massive cage, and they fed them fresh chicken every day. And
were they able to fresh chicken?
And vegetables? Yeah. I think it was chicken. Maybe it was vegetables. I can't remember.
Wait, they eat meat?
I don't know. I could be wrong. I was young. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
But they were cute. I remember trying to pet them once. I was young, so I really was like, oh, I want to play with them. And the male, the big boy, he like stood up on his back legs and lifted his little like fupa thing and peed at me. Like he did not want me to touch him, and I was like, ew. I was so offended.
They had 3 of them?
3 or 4, yeah. They had babies. I think they started with 2 and then they had babies. They were so cute, so soft. But those were the most exotic thing we had.
Where'd they get them?
Yeah, you can get them. I'm not sure. Again, I wasn't there for the
Trader Joe's.
Walmart.
I'll take 2 sugar gliders, please.
Exotic.
So I had a lot of pets when I was a kid because I used to be, you wouldn't know it now because I'm so like diamonds. But when I was a kid, I used to love like outdoors and like, running around, whatever. And where I could, because I grew up in the city, right? Like, so it wasn't like a whole bunch of stuff, but we had woods next to, my mom had this house and there were woods next to the house in the woods. Anyway, we would, capture stuff and bring it back. So I used to catch like grasshoppers and literally like catch them in my hand and like put them in like, we were so stupid. Ginger ale bottles and things like that when we were little.
Grasshoppers?
Today, you couldn't, if one jumped near me, I would be like, oh no, but like back then, I was really like just kind of a wild child. Anyway, I would catch these pets we called a salamander. I don't know how, where. I just remember it was black and had white spots going down his back, like a just like I don't know, like 4 rows, 5 rows of like white spots, like straight down his back. But I didn't realize that salamanders had to be that word I hate, and the word that I hate. They have to always be that, and I just left them out in like a little container, but I left him on the porch. My mom wouldn't let me bring him in the house, and he baked in the container. There was no water in it. Like it was just like,
Aw.
I mean, I probably put water for him to like drink, but like nothing for him to like submerge his body because I was young and relatively stupid. And wow, I guess I'm boring you.
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm listening. I'm
Wow,
old. I get
okay.
up early.
Cool. So we're done with that topic.
I actually had pythons growing up, but I didn't think that they were as exotic as the sugar gliders. But
They would
they
eat the
technically
sugar
weren't
gliders.
mine. Yeah, that's true. I had bearded dragons too, which I
Really?
loved.
I'm not a fan of reptiles.
I loved them.
Not a fan. I would like a crocodile though, but obviously you can't like
You could
can't
get
like
a mini one.
no, that's an alligator. I think you can own a crocodile. Can you own a
Yes.
crocodile? You know how big crocodiles get?
You just keep them small.
You can't.
If they adapt to their environment, so if you put him in a little box, he won't grow.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it is.
No. I think that's how fish work.
What's the difference?
Between a fish and a crocodile?
If you put a human in a little box, they will not grow huge. And the earth is flat.
Wait, so by that logic,
I'm just kidding.
So by that logic, we should be the size of this. Like what?
Well, no, eventually.
We should be huge. Have you ever had a crush on somebody and you couldn't tell them?
I think so. Grade school. Yeah, I did. And
what about grade school?
I had a crush on someone. Did I tell them? No.
Okay, so my ultimate crush. I wonder if you ever get over it. There was this girl, her name was Jamea Redmond. And I probably shouldn't be saying her name online because I haven't gotten cleared, but I don't care.
Bleep it out.
She was drop dead gorgeous in high school. I mean,
just perfect.
Gorgeous. But and she also had like a bad attitude. So she would like walk around the hall, not like with like we were cool, but like she not a bad attitude. She just was like edgy, right? Like she was like kind of like a Regina George. Like everybody loved her. Maybe not everybody because she did get into a lot of fights, but she was like bad girl. You know what I mean? Like before there was like Rihanna in my mind because she didn't exist back then to me as an entertainer. There was Jamea. She used to walk. I remember when everybody used to wear those name belts.
Yes.
Those silver belts that had like her said bitch.
No.
Not kidding. And she
did it have the Playboy bunny on it too?
No, it just said bitch. And I think they made her. They sent her. I remember she walked in class and the teacher like sent her to the office. She came in with heels, jeans, the belt that said bitch. Her hair was done. You would have thought she was going to the club. I was like, and everybody was like, oh, what is Jamea wearing? And then the teacher sends her to the principal's office because obviously she walked in late. And so she came in and she has this belt on that says bitch. And I just remember she had this big puff, like her hair was like pulled up into this big puff. And I just remember thinking like, I've never seen a more beautiful creature. She was gorgeous. I never told her. Kristen I told, Shantae I told, I never told Jamea.
Yeah.
So if she's watching, now you know.
Trip out if you could like tap into your memories. Like I know that there's ways you can do it.
I think that there is a very good reason that we cannot, to be totally like that's just not to get all like conspiracy theorists, but like I just feel like it's not even a conspiracy. I mean, I just feel like like imagine if you could remember birth. Like that would be like I feel like the level of trauma. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like imagine like you can remember like against your will at that point because you don't know anything about will at life at that point. and like forcing your way out of like something that's way too small and like in out in. Like I just imagine that that's like super traumatic.
Yeah.
So like if you could remember that, like that would be crazy. Or like if you could remember like your teeth growing in, like the pain of your bones, like when you get like
Yeah.
growing pains. Like I think it's a good thing that we can't remember that
Well,
stuff.
what about more like good memories, like or just like
Well, the good stuff you do remember. If it's a what do they call it, like core memories?
yeah.
Like if it like it's like if it leaves an impression, I guess.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. I have quite a few memories.
I think it would be I think it would be cool to remember that stuff, but I think it's better that we don't. Like I think it would be really cool to remember like the feeling of what it must be like to be a baby and look up at your mother for the first time. Like to be able to like
That innocence.
you know what I mean? Like to see that this is that person for the first time. That's probably a very indescribable feeling that none of us will ever have access to. But I just think that that would be kind of cool. It's nice to imagine it.
Do you feel like there are people who do remember?
No, not that far back. I think
No.
maybe there's people that can remember maybe like further back than most. Like I'm sure there are folks who walk this planet that can very distinctly remember something from when they were 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you're still a human being. I mean, it's
I
still
mean, I'm twirling a dress at
yeah,
some point, you know.
exactly. But I don't think that. I mean, not that far back. Like I
No.
don't even think I don't even think memory works like that. Like I don't think. I mean, I don't know.
I can barely remember yesterday.
I don't remember the beginning of this conversation. Like, how did we get here? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. You're talking about yesterday. I'm talking about 15 minutes ago. Like, what happened? How did we get here again?
I did this really cool thing called Akashic Records.
Called what?
Akashic Records or Akashic Records, however you might pronounce it. And
say it one more time for me.
It's either Akashic or Akashic. I'm pretty sure it's Akashic.
What is?
It's you have someone who is able to tap into like ancestors and like the librarian of your lives, like your past lives.
Akashic Records or Akashic Records.
One of those, yeah. I'm pretty sure
I've
it's
never
Akashic,
heard of this at all. Is this like?
It's like a way of.
Is it like
someone accessing
like
your past
or something?
lives?
Like some type of like
some sort of reading, yeah. So ultimately, she can like tap into like she can go to the librarian who holds everyone's records, right? And
wait, there's a librarian.
Yeah, I
wait. Are we talking about an actual librarian, or are you using librarian as a metaphor for?
I'm an actual librarian.
Okay. All right. Cool. Then.
But you will never see them.
Wait. We need to back up. Just come back for Benny just one time because I'm confused now. So, when you say these Akashic records, these are real records
of each person's past lives.
Okay, past lives. So then that's a spiritual thing. So how does the real librarian?
Because they're real in the spiritual world.
So when I'm thinking librarian, I'm thinking a person who works at the library.
It's
so
like,
it's not that.
No.
So
yes.
It's metaphorical.
Metaphorically, yeah. Like think of a real librarian, right? But only this is like.
Not a librarian.
The librarian for spirit.
Got it.
Like these lives like explain why you are who you are today and like things about you, and it's just crazy to hear like I was not always a female, you know, like I lived through some pretty crazy times, yeah, which makes sense to you, doesn't it? Because he says I'm the nastiest.
She is a man. Yeah.
I love when celebrities use their abilities and fortunes and stuff to like do good for it.
If I had Elon Musk's money, I would be Iron Man.
Yeah.
Without question.
Why isn't he Iron Man?
I would build the Iron Man suit.
Elon.
You built a rocket and flew it to space. I would build the Iron Man suit. I would just be Iron Man. Like people would be like, "Oh, that's Benny." No, that's Iron Man. I would walk around and prevent small crimes in your city. Like Iron Man or Batman. I can't figure out which one would be cooler. Honestly, probably Batman would be cooler just because, the black. But Iron Man, that's sick. Like, and he has the money to do it. He could be Iron Man
He could.
or Bezos. I prefer him over
Who's
Musk anyway,
Bezos?
but Jeff Bezos, Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah. Anybody that has access to Oprah, anybody that has billions and billions of dollars, why are you not a superhero?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I would just be a superhero. Like, is that like comic nerdy of me? Like maybe that's like comic nerdy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like you want to do good.
It makes the most sense. It's not even about doing good though. Yes, I would do good, but it's more about like you could make this. You could literally go down to your R&D department and make somebody like map this out and like build the suit.
They really could,
without question.
How do we know he's not already doing it?
Because we haven't seen Iron Man. Because you're also not going to do that and then be secret about it. Batman maybe. Iron Man, I mean, it's a big red suit. You would see him everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
What was that? Was that the Batman voice? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Say it with me. Yeah.
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 You have to put more bass in your voice.
You have to put more bass in your voice.
Alfred, ready the jet.
Ready the jet. Joker, get away from
me. I love how you have zero reference to what Batman would actually say. You're like, get away from me, Joker. Like, no, he wouldn't say that.
I know sexy Batman.
Anyway.
I like Marvel. Anytime I watch.
It's not Marvel, girl.
What is it?
No, it's not. It's DC. There's Marvel.
DC.
And there's Marvel Universe, and then the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the Marvel comic world. And so, like, they have their own set of heroes. And then there's DC, and they have their own set. So, like, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman,
Spider-Man?
Catwoman. Nope. Spider-Man is Marvel. Batman is DC.
Why?
Not even.
Does anyone even know what I'm trying to say?
No, so DC was just it's the, I don't even know how to articulate it to someone outside of the realm of, it's like the umbrella that all the DC heroes fall under. So, like.
Was he.
So, name a hero that you know.
Name a hero that I know?
Yeah, like name a superhero.
A superhero that I know. Thor.
So Thor falls under the Marvel umbrella. Name another one.
Heroes?
Anybody.
Spider-Man.
Also Marvel.
Yeah. But Batman, but that's DC.
DC.
Okay, but who else is DC?
Superman, Wonder Woman.
Superman.
The Flash.
Superman S on the chest. Flash.
I mean, there's so many.
Flash Gordon?
Those are the big ones.
Like from Ted, that guy? Impossible.
She was cool. I liked obviously I'm a huge, Marvel comic. I like fiend. So my favorite cartoon ever was X-Men. X-Men, Spider-Man. And then as I got a little older, I got into
Scooby-Doo?
Like Pokemon.
Oh.
I hate Scooby-Doo.
And this is the
I never ever liked Scooby-Doo. I think it's because the episodes were like so. It's such an old show, like it. You know what I mean? Like it was like I didn't grow up watching original Scooby-Doo. Like the original was like I'm pretty sure older than us. I think. But I also feel like that. I mean, no, it can't even be that because the Flintstones were too, and I like the Flintstones.
I love the Flintstones.
I just never liked Scooby-Doo. That damn dog, and then he was always
Raggy Roo. I loved him.
How did I do this?
And he was always smoking weed with Shaggy.
No, I didn't. Shaggy was always high.
I loved it.
Was gay. They kept trying to like throw these like things out there, like we couldn't catch it.
Velma was not.
Velma.
She liked men. At least in the movie. She was just nerdy. I loved Velma. She was
personal opinion, by the way. Like not on paper. Like obviously
Jinx or Zwinks? No, say what?
Jinkies.
Jinkies. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Say what?
You were gonna say something, and I totally
I think I was just gonna say like, it's not confirmed that she was gay, but like Velma was gay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, rock on Velma, I guess, but. Fred and Daphne.
Yeah.
We're gonna get married or something.
Yeah, but then there was Velma and Daphne.
Was there?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Am I sure?
When?
I'm sure.
Bitch,
I'm
where?
touching my mic. Yeah, I'm sure.
Bitch, where?
I'm telling you.
Really, I need facts.
Google it. This is the thing. Velma and Daphne, like people, it's like a one of those like Reddit conversations. Like people talk about it all the time about like this, like the secret lesbian society of like Scooby Doo.
I don't remember that.
Well, it's mostly. Ooh! Was that your knee?
Old lady knees, both of them.
You know what we should get into? ASMR.
What? I would love to do that. Moist.
Welcome to Curious Humans. This is our ASMR episode. And we really want you to like and subscribe. Am I doing it right?
Yes. We need shaving cream.
Are you supposed to sing?
I was gonna do the Titanic song.
ASMR?
I think you're allowed to.
In the eyes of an angel.
It's in the arms. Yeah. That is so funny. What were we about to say?
I think I asked, have you ever been to, do you say ask?
Ask.
Okay.
Ask. So, okay, there's this video and she's like, there's a monster. The little girl, she's like, but if you're gonna come in here, he gonna kick my ass. Ask. X. But she's trying to say ass.
Like ASS?
Yeah, but she says ass.
There's a K on
He's gonna kick my ass. X. X. Something like that.
Okay.
Well, because I said
like what happens after that?
Because the mom's like, you can't say that bad word. But no, I think my point was, I'm lost. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm so sorry.
I'm like, wait, what?
Oh gosh. There was too much going on. Overstimulated. Does not compute.
Uh-huh.
Man.
Wow. Well, we're gonna say thank you for watching Curious Humans. Thank you. This has been a successful. Oh wait, you are such a fucking man. You don't have to hit me that hard.
I didn't mean to.
You like took my wrist off.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I was saying, oh wait, because I didn't want to clap it in front of the microphone because I thought it would be too loud. Thanks for watching Curious Humans.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Curious Humans. This has been a riveting episode, chock full of
nonsense.